All right, all right, all right. What's going on, y'all? Hey, Dr. Malcolm D. Alexander here. This is going to be a strange treadmill wealth session, but I got to do it this way. I'll explain a little bit as I go through this thing. So enjoy the picture of me and the kids. Think about if you're divorced, if you'd like to be in the new show that's coming, Happily Ever Divorced. If you want to support autism, whatever, don't forget to go to winnersallaround.com. Okay, dads deserve justice, all of the other type of stuff that's going to be coming up. Let me go ahead and make sure I got all these platforms going the way they need to go. All right, all right, all right. So we got the Instagram running there. And let me go to the other one because Instagram is a little funky. Looks like it's popping up the way it's supposed to pop up when it pops up. So that's good news. All right, let me go back here. Yeah, there it goes. All right, so we got Instagrams, Facebooks, the TikToks. I've got to share with a couple other spots, and we'll get this thing kicking off. So while I got you here, as we're getting this thing kicked off, I want to actually let me just go to YouTube first. Normally I go second, but let me go here so we can get YouTube in the mix. YouTube, where's YouTube? All right. Usually don't go on this line. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, not YouTube. I'm sorry, not YouTube. TikTok. Okay, so here we go, TikTok. So we're gonna go live on TikTok as well. And let's change this to let's get back to wisdom. Okay, that's a good one. All right. So I want to take this and flip it around so TikTok can see it as we start. And we're starting off a little funny, but that's okay. 3, 2, 1. Boom. What's up, TikTok? Hey, Dr. Malcolm D. Alexander here. This is a little bit different, but let me go ahead and while I got you on here, let me make sure that my the tubes are working well because we did have a little bit of a funky thing the other day with the tubes. So let's make sure they're working all right. All right, somebody's gonna hit me up. I got another meeting to do, but that's how that goes. Okay, so let's go here to the channel. And it looks like the tubes is working all right. Excellent. Okay. And I'll share here. What's going on, Tick? What's going on? What's up, my girl? What's happening there? Now let me go ahead and why did this do this? So let me see. This is going to do something a little weird. So let me go add to the stage. Oh, there we go. Back on the stage. That's where. All right. So, and actually, I need to put TikTok this way so TikTok can see you and everybody can see you. And we can see how this thing works out and how this thing picks up. It does what's going to do. And I'll explain to you in a minute why we're doing it like that. So probably. Okay. Auto is removed if we do it that way. So I'm going to do it this way. We're going to see if TikTok can get it and everybody can get it. So hold on a second. Hey, TikTok, hold on. You want to go this way. Right. So you can, maybe you guys can see TikTok and y'all can hang out that way. I don't know. What happened? Oh. Okay. I think TikTok got disappeared. That didn't mean to do that. Okay. Oh, is it still running? No, it's still running. Okay. So thank you there. Who was that? Kaden. Okay. So if I do it this way, then yes, TikTok should be able to, you should be able to see TikTok. And then maybe y'all be happy with TikTok. I don't know. So this way, TikTok should be able to see everything. All right. Why is my thing messing up? Let me try to do, I don't want this thing moving. Let's try to do it this way. So TikTok could get it in. Oh, that's not gonna work. Come on now. Okay, let me slide it down. There we go. Okay, so that way TikTok can get everything in. All right, guys, this is a little weird. Okay, so let me do it very quick. So on Saturdays, not Saturdays, Add to the stage. Okay, so I want to add. Why isn't I adding that? Let's try this one. Okay, yes. So don't forget, guys, the casting is getting ready to start and is picking up. If you guys are divorced or you just want to be an extra, be in the reality show, don't forget to check out the IG Happily Ever Divorced TV. And you can hit us up here, wherever, YouTube, whatever. Go to winnersallaround.com. Register, go to the IGs, our Facebooks, and see on catch up with us if you're interested in being in the new TV reality show, Happily Ever Divorced. But on IG, it's Happily Ever Divorced TV. Okay. Don't forget on Thursday nights at midnight, Freestyle Friday with the Real Tress on the Tagged app. You got to go to Tagged app. Also on the Tagged app on Tuesday Takeover with Haskell Dollars. Right. Come on there, rap, sing, dance, do your thing. Go through the Tagged app to get there on that one. Also, guys, if you're a business owner, you're an artist, we got all the exposure that you need, helping you with all that type of stuff. And as we talked about, coming soon there. And also, another show we're getting ready to add is Chop It Up. And that's about everything. And then also, if you want to get, what I'm saying is because Facebook gets a little funky. So none of this, right? Red carpet interviews as a member with Winners All Around. And guys, we've been in business for a long time. Here goes some of the folks that we've worked with all throughout the years. So this isn't new to us. We just put together something to help all people, all businesses, and all artists. So with that being said, let me see what happens. All right. You can't even really see the TikTok, but you see a phone. So you know somebody's real, somebody's alive, right? Here's a phone right here. So you know that. And TikTok gets to see all the stuff that's up there. Okay. So with that being said, let me go ahead and see. I'm going to talk loud and see if we can knock this thing out. And this is all about, guys, our title of today. Where's my title? What happened to? Oh, my title's down there really, really small. Wait a minute. Can you see the title? The world is full of people with a lack of wisdom. A real person, real phone, but I got to do it this way. Okay, so the world is full of people with a lack of wisdom. Okay, so let me see. Back to that. All right, so with that being said, go ahead and take a listen as we get this thing moved off, kicked off, rocking, and rolling. Hello, guys. Hold on a second here. All right. Now, this is a little bit strange. I understand it's strange. You might hear some other loud noises going on, but unfortunately, I have to do it that way. So let me explain that a little bit first. First of all, in case you see some weird photographs up online, and hey, just again, my name is Dr. Malcolm D. Alexander, the Treadmill Wealth Coach. Let me go ahead and I forgot to share this thing really, really quickly. So hold on a second here. I'm talking to you. I'm not going anywhere. I know you got to hear me so you know what's happening. So let me take this and share that. So I got to keep talking so you guys know that this is a real thing and it's really going on, right? Absolutely. And I'm going to break it down in just a second, but I do want to share it and make sure it's on all of our platforms where it needs to be. Oh, I forgot. It's going there anyway. That's right, guys. If you're a part of Winners All Around and we do an interview on you, we talk to you, we hang out with you, it's being broadcast all over the country, all at different times. Let me see. Oh, okay, it is working. Okay, so it's working there. Okay, so with that being said, they can hear me everywhere. So again, let me introduce myself. Actually, I wanted to make sure I go to Threads. I didn't go to Threads. So let me make sure it goes to the Threads. So we want to be on all different platforms. I'll explain that in 1 second in case you're not aware of how Winners All Around works. Okay? So be on all different platforms all at the same time. So we're on Thread and X, What's Up, like all these different places, right? We do it a little bit different. We want to hook you up. All right? So that's enough of that. Let me get into this because you can't actually see me and everything that's going on. Again, my name is Dr. Malcolm D. Alexander. They call me the Treadmill Wealth Coach. I've run a team for decades, Team Promel, or Promoting Money, Entrepreneurship, and the Love Life, Promel Wealth. The reason I'm doing this, and let me back up a little bit. We have the Dads Deserve Justice show on Fridays We talk about, I saw a post on the Breakfast Club where they talked about Offset and Cardi B and how, Offset was looking for spousal support. And they were talking about, well, that shouldn't be allowed unless you're broke. I disagree with that. Absolutely. Obviously, they've never been through a divorce. They never had to fight over custody and kids and stuff like that. And so I was very disappointed on Shalimar how he talked about that. That spousal support isn't about being broke. It's not about the money. It's about the lifestyle and spending all the extra money. So if you have a woman, and I believe in Cardi B's case, Cardi B made more money than Offset. So in that case, why shouldn't Offset get spousal support? Because women do. And see, if you don't do what the women do on all planes, then it'll never be equal between us. You have to understand that. And we're not in a time anymore where women don't work any longer and men make all the money. We've left that, right? That ship has sailed, okay? And so if we as men don't talk about it, complain about it, fight about it, and make change and make sure it's fair across the board, it will never be fair across the board. So Shalimar, if you ever go through that situation, you will wake up, my brother. It is not about the money, okay? So with that being said, brings me to, if you ever seen these strange photographs online, right? And you say, why would he do that? It's because I have to do it. Because I was told to do it. It makes no sense. One day you'll hear the whole story. But just trust me when I say it. Now, secondly, why am I doing it this way? Well, I need to stay healthy. I had a fall. I almost died last year. I've been working to get back to myself. All this type of stuff going on. And unfortunately, in this situation, right, when I feel good, I go out. When I'm able to say, if I lose my balance, you won't see me lose my balance normally, right? I won't post anything like that because sometimes it gets thrown off and all this other type of stuff's going on. But here's the thing. Yes, I got a product that's helping me. I go to therapy. It's helping me. Physical, all types of different stuff. Yes, but when you're in a situation, sometimes it doesn't make any sense. We need to have some wisdom. But sometimes money, back to that money thing, is a manipulation that people use for money. And so what happens is, I like to do the treadmill. I don't go to the gym. I don't work out like that. It's the one thing that's kept me pretty healthy, helped to get my cholesterol down and stuff like that, right? So I got to do that. So even if I don't feel good, I try to get it done. Even when I'm sick, I try to get it done. Even when problems are going on, I try to get it done. That's what you have to do if you want to be the best you can be. And so I don't like doing the treadmill. I don't like working out, but I like to spend time with you guys. I like to coach. I like to mentor. I like to talk to people. I like to share stories, inspire and help some people. So it helps me when I would get on the treadmill to be able to do that, right? And so that's where the treadmill wealth coach came from. I've been doing that for, I don't know, probably a decade and a half, maybe longer, right? And all of a sudden, I got a phone call, like, they're watching you, people are watching you, oh my God, you must be 100% healthy 100% of the time. No, that's not the case. None of us are probably that's the case. You might see someone who has mental illness, and you see them one week, and they're fantastic, and you don't see them the next week. Right? And then you see them the next week, they're fantastic. That doesn't mean they were fantastic all 3 weeks. Maybe they had a bad week, right? You see somebody gets in a car accident. Okay, they got to work. They got to do something. And so they're doing what they can do when they can do it, right? It doesn't mean they feel good all the time. But see, that's because people are greedy. People are looking for reasons not to work together, right? They're looking for reasons to come at people. Sometimes we call them haters. So therefore, I am not supposed to be doing the treadmill, but how am I supposed to stay healthy so that I can then take care of my life, take care of my kids, take care of the future, right? That's ridiculous. It's people not using wisdom, it's using greed. So therefore, I work to come up with solutions. I've taught people that, I've trained them that, I've mentored that, I have to apply it to myself. Okay, doc, what can you do? Well, you can't do the treadmill because that shouldn't look right. It won't be good. So therefore, how can you do the treadmill wealth coach? Okay, well, let me figure out a different way. You can't see me, right? You can't assume, right? And so therefore, I'll just talk and let you see a graphic, right? And hopefully you'll listen to the information. It will inspire you. It will help you, and it'll help you through life. And we continue to do what it is that we need to do. So with that being said, that's why you don't see me at the moment. I apologize, but you know what? Where there's a will, there's a way. Don't give up and keep it moving. Now, it won't be that long because I got another call that I have to do. So with that being said, here we go. My topic today was wisdom, right? It was about wisdom and, of course, dealing with haters out there and why can't we sort of all get along. Let me jump my face in for a moment just to say hello so you know I'm still here, and let's check the title. The world's full of people with a lack of wisdom. We talked about that, Shalimar. We talked about on the Breakfast Club, there was a lack of wisdom, so they gave you a bunch of other stuff, right? And so I want to speak about, I just talked about a lack of wisdom, haters, money, so therefore I can't do the treadmill to try to stay healthy so I can get better, so I can take care of the kids, so I can take care of the world, so I can take care of myself. That's haters, that's money, and a lack of wisdom. Why don't you think? They're not thinking, they're coming at you. But lots of people do that in life, guys. So my plea to everybody is this. The world has a lack of wisdom. So let's all erase our past, erase what we think is bad, erase the things we've gone through, and let's see if we can all get together, move forward, and use some common sense and use some wisdom, right? Right? If you're in a relationship, right, and maybe it's not going right, sit down, talk about it, communicate, realize there's two different perceptions to things, right? Maybe three. There's a world perception, your perception, her perception, vice versa, whatever it is. But sit down, talk about it, and try to start over and work through it. Use some common sense. Use some wisdom. The wisdom says, wait a minute, they might not see it the way I see it. I might not understand it the way they understand it. So let's fix it, right? You can't fix a car without the tools. You can't fix the car if you don't know what the problem is, right? So we have to fix ourselves sometimes. Now, let's say you're in business. Okay. You have business partners. You have people that work with you, right? People who are employed by you, right? Your wisdom says, I'm going to pay them to do a job. Their wisdom says, I'm supposed to do the job and then I get paid. Now, there's some happy medium there. Most employees do just enough so they won't get fired, and they pay you just enough money so you won't quit, right? That's what it is. But the bottom line is that's a meeting of the minds, meeting in the middle. As long as that works out and everybody benefits, then you've used some wisdom and you get through. So that's a job. We have to use wisdom there. Let's say you have a business. You have partners. You know, even in a relationship, I realized that the other day. The danger of a relationship, the danger in business is that there's not just one person, right? There might be multiple people. These days, there's multiple people in relationships, polyamory, all that stuff, right? There's multiple people sometimes in businesses. So once again, you have to remember, wait a minute, there's different perceptions. There's different ways people are looking at people. If you're truly being honest, if you're being respectful, if you're paying attention, if you're being human, right, then you know that it's not just yours. If you have a business partner or business partners, they have different concepts, different ideas. I was going through it with one of my business partners the other day. We're not angry at each other. We're not mad at each other. We just didn't agree on some things, or we didn't see eye to eye at first until we went through some stuff to get to the bottom line. You got to do that in relationships. You got to do it in business because everybody is different. You ever play that game? You say a statement, you pass it around. When the statement gets to the other side, goes all the way around the circle, it's never the same statement. That is because we hear it differently, we see it differently, we smell it differently, we taste it differently. We have different ideas and perceptions based on who we are and what we went through, what we come through, and our background, our environment. Guys, if you respect somebody, then you will understand that and you will try to apply that wisdom in circumstances, okay? So you got business, you got relationships, you got your job, right? All these things we have to use our mind, use our wisdom, right? Together, each achieves more. No one ever makes it by themselves, totally. You have to have other people's help, other people's assistance, and we all go through different stuff, right? So my plea once again is, guys, here's my plea. Wait a minute. Let me say to you. What? My plea. My plea is that we do what? We use our brain. We use our common sense. We understand that things don't always work out the way we think they should, but there's other people. So let's work together. Together, each achieves more. Absolutely. I don't want to do that. Here we go. Together, each achieves more. Guys, people got different ideas, different perceptions. If you're truly thinking about people, then you're going to use common sense. But remember, that's dangerous because your common sense may be different than the other person's common sense based on what you went through. So let's use wisdom. Well, wisdom, we're not born with it. It's developed over time. But one thing you can grasp is that everybody's not the same. So if we know that everybody's not the same, give people the benefit of the doubt, give them forgiveness, give them understanding, give them a pass. You've got to go through those things if you really respect and understand that people are different. And we are. Whether you agree or whether you disagree isn't relevant. So I plead with you, use the wisdom, understanding that everybody is different. It'll make life a whole lot easier, a whole lot better, especially if you can get 2 people or 3 people or 5 people, depending how many people is involved, on the same track when it comes to that. Okay, so that being said, that just gives you some information on wisdom. Now, here's another thing that we talk about, wisdom, right? Working together. You guys know if you go to winnersallaround.com, go to beginners, register there, right? Don't have to put up anything, just register, right? Just do that, guys. If you go to dadsdeservejustice.org, all those, that's to help fathers because their equal rights is not the same when it comes to fathers in the legal system, all right? So, but getting back to Winners All Around, also go to the YouTube under Winners All Around, but you can go to waanetworks.com. That'll take you straight to the YouTube, and please become a subscriber on there. So guys, why am I saying that? Because Winners All Around was created to give you exposure around the world, multiple different platforms, all simultaneously. Right now, we're on simultaneously on many, many different platforms. I do apologize that Freestyle Friday is not on all the different platforms any longer. So you need to go to Tag, the Tag app, go to Live, find The Real Tress, THA, and then you can get to that on Tag on Thursday at midnight. Now, Tuesday Takeover with Hasco is also on Tag, but we figured out a way in our satellite office to stream that so you will get a chance to see that. Maybe not in the way you were seeing it before, but you do get a chance to say it. Remember, where there's a will, there's a way. Use some wisdom and keep them moving. And when you get worried that things are not perfect, remember that nothing is perfect. Use that wisdom. And so you do your part to make it better, whatever is not perfect. And it'll never be perfect, right? No one will ever be perfect, right? That's why Jesus died for our sins. So anyway, so Winners All Around was created to give you exposure. Now, why do people hesitate? Why don't they just want to get exposure? Well, sometimes because they weren't taught that. They didn't learn that, right? I remind myself every day now that entrepreneurs think differently. Business owners think differently than people that have only had a job. So I have to give people a pass. I have to get understanding. I have to be open-minded to watching people grow and change. Remember, stay green and growing. So even though we are giving people on a multiple exposure, sometimes they don't get it. Maybe they think it costs too much money. Well, it doesn't. Maybe they think that I'm calling them about a network marketing company. Well, I'm not, right? But it takes wisdom. Slow down, take a breath, and look at things sometimes for what they may be, not for what you think things are. So with that being said, guys, I said I wasn't going to stay very long today. And the reason I got to do something else, but I did want to come back and figure out a way of how to really do the treadmill wealth coach in a way that I could talk to you. We could all learn, we can all grow, and would work for me as well. I know it's weird. So anyway, very quickly before we tune off, remember guys, dads deserve justice on winners all around on YouTube. Go check out the shows. You can see it generally on Fridays. Don't forget the casting for the new reality show, Happily Ever Divorced, is starting now. Contact us so we can get you the link for that. If you're interested in being the staff, you're interested in a sponsor, you're interested in being the cast, whatever, right? And then don't forget on Thursday night, Freestyle Friday, on Thursday night at midnight on the Tagged app. Also on the Tagged app on Tuesday, but you all will be able to see it on different platforms as well. Tuesday Takeover with Hasco. Come on, join the Tagged app. Doesn't cost you anything to join the Tagged app. Then you go on there and you find Hasco and you can rap, you can sing, do your thing, perform. Even if you're a business owner, tell us what you do. All right. And then don't forget, if you're a business owner, marketing, branding, promotions, if you don't understand you need that exposure, especially with social media, I don't even think you're in business. So let us help you with that with winners all around. And again, the reality show is on the horizon. Guys, we didn't just start this. We've been in this for a long, long time, working with people at all different levels. And we would love to give you a red carpet interview as well. So business owners, artists, get with us. And then we'll have a new show that's becoming called Chop It Up very, very soon. So with that being said, guys, God bless. I appreciate you jumping on here with me. And I'm going to sign off so we can go ahead and get on to my next scenario. Let me turn this around so TikTok can see me. I'm really a real person. I am. Whoops. Let me do that. I'm signing off. Hey, Jack A. Albert. Hi. What's going on? G, what's going on? Thank you for joining. All you guys, Sin, Joseph, Anthony, Dylan. Thank you so much. Hip hop always in the place. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you guys. See you next time. Okay, and TikTok. Let's finish that. Okay, thanks, TikTok. All right. And that's that. And we'll end it here. All right. And I got to go to the YouTubes.